Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of CYT-Crypto. My name is Stephen Aitchison and hopefully the lip sync is working. I'm just going to check it out just now, just bear with me a wee second. Back to another episode of CYT-Crypto. My name is Is this working again? Thank goodness. Okay, so welcome back to CYT-Crypto. I'm going to be looking over the markets today. I'm looking over the Bitcoin chart. Make or break time for Bitcoin. It's in this symmetrical triangle and we're going to see if it's going to break out. I've just posted something in the premium group as well. I'll talk about that as well, and why Bitcoin, and a lot of people are talking about this just now, and why Bitcoin could really absolutely explode in the next couple of years, probably much sooner than that as well. But first of all, before we go on, I'd really appreciate it if you go down to that like button and crush the likes, everybody. I'll have a wee sip of my coffee before we start. Okay, we'll get to the chat area, see if anybody's in the chat room. And if you're in the chat room just now and you don't normally kind of post kind of chat or something or say hi, just to let me know you're kind of in the chat area and what country you're from, where about in the world you're from. It'd be good to kind of know where everybody is from just now. Okay, I'll jump over to the chat and we'll see who is in. We have David Schwartz is in the house, Chris from Edinburgh is in, Stephen King is in, Mac Pollen, Crypto Cannabis, Chris Camus is in, Gordy Boy is in, Marcus Jafari, Pascal Amsterdam, Gareth Basage is in the house, MLB MK3 is in, Donny Don Matthew, good to see you back, Donny Don. Kim O'Brien is in the house, welcome to one of our brilliant admins, all the way from France. And I'm saying that, Kim, because you kind of mentioned it in the group this morning, so I don't mind saying where you are just now. Bruce Rutling is in, Gareth Basage, Debbie C, who is with Kim as well, and her sister, so a big welcome to the three people in France as well, Kim, Debbie and Kim's sister as well. So good to see you here. Right, I think we're all working. Is everything working okay? Sound okay? Looks okay? I don't mean looks, I mean the vision, sound and vision, you know what I mean. Everything's looking okay on camera, I presume, and lip sync is in. Okay, we'll go to the markets just now. So where are we just now with the markets?
Here's some results from the web.
Oh, Christ, that's Siri gone off again. Right, we are over. We have a market capitalization of $305 billion. We've got a Bitcoin dominance of 69.2%. I suspect that's a wee bit higher. It will be a little bit higher if you take out all the coins that are not really kind of trading and stuff like that. But Bitcoin dominance is up to 69.2% at the minute. And we've got a Bitcoin of 11,819, so it's kind of up and down just now. We've seen it yesterday kind of spiking, going down, coming out of the triangle, going back in the triangle, but we'll look at that later on as well. Who is the winners and losers? We've got Bitcoin up 23%, V-Systems is up 11%, Egretia is up 11% as well, so that's only three in double-digit greens. We've got about 25% in the green, barely in the green as well. Who's the losers? Not really much. There's no in double-digit reds, no one. Basic Attention Token, Decred, Metaverse ETP, Cosmos, Quant, Zilliqa, Bitcoin Gold, IOST, Bytem, Crypto.com, down in the red as well. We'll look at the BTC, Satoshi value. What's it looking like there? Round about the same, 25.75. Yeah, so not that much. Okay, we'll look at overall and see how many cryptocurrencies we've got listed now. We've got 2,441. It's gone up by about, what, five every day, the number of cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. This time next year we won't have that many. I'm thinking we won't have that many. And who's the winners over the last 24 hours? We'll just see Dexter G on 8 million volume is up 75%, up 126% on the week. BitBay is up 62% on 500,000, or just over 500,000. Pivot token is up 44%, so there's not that much, or not that many that's going kind of high. Sentinel, quite like Sentinel as well, that looks good for the future. Only 7.4 million market cap, up 29% over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin Rhodium, I don't like all these kind of Bitcoin derivatives. Litecoin Cash, that's probably the same as a Bitcoin derivative. Just taking the name, I just don't like that. It doesn't show originality. Who else has gone up that looks good? IP Chain up 20%, 73% on the week. 42 million market cap though. Insights Network, that's come up a couple of times now. UG Chain, 1.7 million. It's not that much. So there's not much to talk about today. It's kind of going sideways just now. Kind of going sideways. We'll take a jump back to the chat. See who else is in. Oh, I'm frozen. Mitch Dieter is in. Donny Don Matthew Market has taken all the excitement out. It used to be so much fun looking at the charts and CMC, not anymore. I know what you mean. Come on XRP, be free. I know XRP is still going down just now. We'll look at those just now. There's a story in the kind about XRP as well. New petition urges Ripple to stop selling XRP. What the hell is all that about? That's just a kind of bit of a joke, to be honest. A crypto influencer has created a petition asking Ripple to stop selling XRP. Crypto BitLord tweeted the petition out to his 102,000 followers on Monday. At time of publishing, 793 people signed on. Why? According to the petition, Ripple's routine sale of XRP is keeping the price of digital asset from rising. It's not. I don't understand that. Obviously, a perception of that is that it's keeping the price from rising, but it's going out to support the ecosystem of XRP and Ripple. I don't understand why he's done that, especially BitLord, and I follow BitLord as well. But I just think that's crazy. I don't understand why he's done that, to be honest. Well, I can understand it. But if you kind of really can understand the economy of the kind of XRP ecosystem and stuff like that as well, and if you really look in and dig into that, they need to kind of release those kind of coins for the ecosystem of Ripple and XRP to grow for the long term. So that would just be a short-term solution, and it just wouldn't work. I don't feel, for XRP. But he's kind of released that, 700 odd people, probably more than that just now. Don't understand that, to be honest. But that was a news story that was out today. XRP, we'll take a look at the charts later on as well. I think many people lost out of money and are out of crypto now. Yeah, I think that's happening. A lot of people have become disillusioned, especially with the altcoins. They've become disillusioned with the altcoins, and there might still be more to come for the altcoin kind of losses as well. So I totally understand that. I totally get that. G-Slick is in the house. Hi to you, Mag Paulin. Can be right to buy some alts down, so down, and hold them at least 2 years. Never sold them. Hold them like XRP, Manamatic, etc. I go for it. Wish me luck. Yeah, I think if you're going to hold, if you've got the good ones, and the ones, the large caps, I think you've got to remember as well, it's not just about the alts, hold Bitcoin as well. You've got to kind of accumulate your Bitcoin. Trade the alts for Bitcoin, or trade for your favourite kind of large cap or your favourite altcoin that you think is going to do really well. Link is another one that you'd be looking at. Obviously Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, Cardano, but they're all going down so much just now. A lot of people are just going, what the hell, what's going on here? So a lot of people are getting disillusioned with it, but you've got to treat this like your kind of pension fund. If you're in a pension fund just now, you can probably log online and see what your pension fund is worth, but you don't do it any more than every 6 months, once every 6 months or something, and check it. That's I kind of check mine once every 3 months or something like that, just to make sure it's on track, and I'll phone up my advisor if things are kind of coming off track and maybe swap it or something, but I've never done that yet. That's how you should be trading crypto for the long term, unless you're trading. Trading's totally different. We've got the premium group, that's kind of for traders as well. There's always opportunities for trading. Always opportunities for trading, either to get more Bitcoin or to get more of your altcoin, and that's what we're trading for. So we have to remember, keep on buying Bitcoin as well. Any profits that you make, put a little aside for Bitcoin, and use your profits for more trading to get more Bitcoin and more of your favourite alts as well. This is probably a good time to kind of talk about what I was talking in the premium group. So in the premium group, I'd kind of posted a message this morning. So I was talking about the Bitcoin chart, and I was just saying kind of financial markets around the world, and a general feeling of doom in traditional finance and markets bodes well for Bitcoin. However, we've got to remember, if there was a financial crash, if there's going to be a financial crash around the world, the markets are going to crash, housing prices are going to crash, everything, and the dollar's going to crash, and kind of just everything's going to crash. If there's going to be that, there's going to be a crash in Bitcoin as well, or the cryptocurrency markets. There's going to be a crash there as everybody kind of panics and thinks, what do I do? What am I going to do here? And they're going to go into gold. They go to the greenback. And then they think, oh, the greenback's doing kind of shy just now. That's going down as well. Everything's just going to pot. What are we going to do? And then slowly everybody kind of gathers their kind of thoughts and just says, okay, what are we going to do here? And this is when they're going to get into Bitcoin and realize it is a store of value, and realize that it is only 21 million coins ever going to be released, and probably only 16 or 17 million we're ever going to see circulating around the world, because there have been that many lost from the days of old as well. So we've got to understand that it is coming. There's going to be a massive surge in price for Bitcoin, and now is a good time to get it. Even if it goes down to $9,000, $5,000, still now is a good time to get Bitcoin as well, and save up that Bitcoin for your pension fund and trade as well. I still think trading is a brilliant way to get more Bitcoin or XRP or Cardano and dollar cost average down. I still think that is a brilliant way to do that. One wee sec. It's going to go into something. So I think we're going to see a massive surge in price for Bitcoin. I'm not saying it's going to be right now. We're going to look at the chart in a second, but there is going to be a massive surge. There's an air of kind of doom in traditional markets just now, an air of doom in the kind of financial markets, an air of doom in kind of the FX kind of markets as well. There's that kind of air that something big is happening just now. You probably feel it yourself. There's something big coming. And it's only going to be good for Bitcoin, but there may be a temporary crash while everybody kind of panics like headless chickens and go, what the hell are we doing? What are we going to do? And I think that is how it's going to play out. But more and more institutional investors are seeing Bitcoin as a store of value. So they're looking at gold and they're looking at Bitcoin. If you look at gold, the market for gold is $7.5 trillion in gold. 7.5 trillion. Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin right this second? We just go to it. Bitcoin is a market cap of 211 billion. 211 billion, so what is that? 35x to get to the same store of value as gold. With 35x from here. That's $350,000 just to reach the same status as gold for that market. But I still feel we could even be in a much bigger market than that as well. When that happens, when Bitcoin is going to go up to those kind of levels, and it's starting just now, and this is the kind of start of it just now, we're going to get rid of a lot of the altcoins. That is without doubt going to happen. So, and there's going to be a lot of people lose their shirts on altcoins as well. A lot of people are losing it just now. I've lost kind of a lot of money kind of investing or kind of not trading, but investing. I told you about XRP. I kind of got out at 2,900 Satoshi and it's still going down from here. So I've saved myself about 10-12%, but my hope is to trade and get more XRP because I do believe in it for the long term. But we'll need to wait and see. But I'm going to wait on the buy signal coming in. I'm going to wait on the trade coming to me rather than just kind of doing what I'm doing. But I still think for the long term it's going to be brilliant. If you dollar cost average in, fantastic. Same with Litecoin, same with Ethereum, same with Binance as well. EOS, I wouldn't touch Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin SV. Monero, I don't know about that. Stellar, possibly as well, and definitely Cardano as well. Chainlink, up and coming. It's going to be a good one, I think, as well. So there's loads that you can do still, but trading is still a good way. I still think trading is a brilliant way to do that. And I was talking yesterday about the guy I was talking to who's in the FX markets, and he thinks 3 to 5% every month is brilliant. And in crypto, you can easily make 3 to 5% per month. And as such, I've kind of looked at my figures for kind of the crypto calls I'll make, and now I'm putting a kind of a high price in, I'm putting the lowest price in, I'm putting a drawdown in. And a drawdown is really the difference between the high price and the low price over a certain period of time. So we'll have to kind of, because I might be doing something in the future, so I'm just kind of looking at these stats. But here's what we've got for August. Hardly anything for August. Usually I make it 1 or 2 calls every single day, but there's been hardly anything for August so far. QKC called, that went up 17% to its highest peak. Lowest was 143, but went high before it came down to the low. But the drawdown is 24%, so there's a difference of 24%. ADX kind of called that yesterday. Matic called that as well, went up 9%. In fact, I'll need to update this. RCN I've just called today, I'll give you that kind of for nothing. I've just called that just now. So Matic, I don't know where Matic, RCN is up to 153. Matic is back down to 116, 117. So it came right down. So what did it get to? 144 and then come back down again. So that wasn't a good one. 144. It did get, you could, so I'm kind of suggesting now, and I've said that in the kind of premium group as well, start taking profits after 5%. So date of highest price was 8th of August 2019. Lowest price for Matic is 114, and that's the 8th of August 2019. There's a drawdown of 26%, so there's a difference in price of the highest and the lowest price of 26%. But it did go kind of higher before it kind of came crashed back down. So start taking profits, especially in this market. If you're trading just now, start looking at taking profits after 5%. 5% is good on a trade at the minute because of the Bitcoin price being so volatile. So just start looking at taking profit after 5%. Move your stop loss up. So make a trailing stop loss if you can as well. And I'll be kind of showing more about that for the premium group as well, if you're in the premium group. So that's something to think about for the future. I know a lot of people are getting despondent just now, and we spoke about that before and kind of dedicated a live show to that as well. But it's coming. It's coming. Just go into Bitcoin just now. If you're really, really struggling with the alts, just stay in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be the king. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin. It's going to come back. The alts will come back at some point. When that's going to be, who the hell knows? We just don't know. High Points Drifter is in. Donny Don Matthew, Steve, what do you think of the BTC chart breakup? I'm in the long on BitMEX and keeping everything crossed. Okay, so we'll look at the Bitcoin chart. That's a good segue into that. So, kind of looked at this yesterday. This is on the 4-hour chart. We've seen the symmetrical triangle for Bitcoin. We've seen it was round about here. I was kind of hitting this kind of resistance line perfectly, and I had this support line perfectly as well. After that, a couple of hours, probably about 12 hours after that, kind of broke to the downside out of this triangle, but then quickly got back in again and broke out of it. Kind of stayed there for a period, then came back down into it, and we're now coming up for the apex of that. So we've got 1 o'clock today, and we're coming up for the apex of that. So it's going to break either way. To me, we're still in an uptrend. Just now, if we look at the trend is up. Still, this is on the 4-hour. So to me, it's still going to break to the upside. For me, that's the feeling I'm getting. It's still going to break to the upside, and we could get an upside of 13,000. So if it breaks out at the apex, we've got an upside of 13,000. That's just taking the high and low points here of the symmetrical triangle and kind of transposing that. Looking at the MACD as well. MACD is kind of crossed down over. So it shouldn't be a buy at the minute, but I was just looking at the MACD for myself this morning, just having a wee look. But I still think we're going to move up to the upside. But just be careful, because it could, you've seen yesterday, kind of dropped. How much did it drop? 4.5%, so $585 before it bounced back up again. So somebody sold off a hell of a lot for it to drop 585, then it bounces back up as that was absorbed. Just one wee second. Just a wee second. I don't know if I'm going to try to get my attention here. Right, it's okay. I thought there was something going on, but there's not. Okay, so yeah, I think it's going to break to the upside, but just remember it can kind of come down. This could kind of fall down big time. So it's on a kind of knife edge at the minute with Bitcoin. But the general feeling is that it's going to break to the upside, and the percentage, it's a high percentage chance it's going to break to the upside when it comes out of this kind of triangle. But it's only a higher percentage chance. It's not a definite that that's going to happen. But that's how I feel where we're going just now. You can bring this all the way down, actually, and still be within that kind of triangle. Probably even more. I've got a definite trend line there. So we're still skirting around this 12,000 kind of level. Between 11,800 and 12,000. We're still skirting around that. So 11,464 that is, and 12,199. So we're in this kind of area just now. But that's a big difference. That's about $700 to $800 there of a difference for a channel. And we need a wee bit more stability than that. But this candle ends at 9 AM, so 6 minutes time that candle ends, and we're just moving one more place to the right to get into this apex, and then it's kind of got to make a choice from there. Yeah, so that was for Donny Don Matthew. So obviously set your stop loss, Donny Don. Put your stop loss in, get that in just now. If you've not put it in, get your stop loss in as quickly as possible. Joe Cook is in, good morning to you, good to see you here. Crypto Dread from Florida is in the house, good to see you. Jason Claydon is in as well. XRP created 100 billion tokens. It was first envisioned that users would need to hold in order to use XRapid. We now know that XRP have changed direction, token not needed to use cross-border payments. It's used for other things obviously as well. Jason, I don't know if you were a fan or not of XRP. I can't remember if you were a fan or not. Gareth Passage got screwed on DOC and AST. Oh, nightmare. Remember as well, in this market, if you're trading just now, put in your stop loss, make your stop loss tighter. Normal what I say is put a stop loss in, or when it's a fast market and it's moving and we're in an alt season, then you can put in a stop loss of 7 to 10%. Just to give yourself some wiggle room, but I would always put a stop loss in of 5%, but even just now I would put a stop loss in of 4%. Tighten that stop loss so you're losing less. So this is about preserving your money just now. If you're trading, it's about preserving. What you can do is sit in your hands and don't trade at all, but there's good opportunities come in, why not take it? Why wouldn't you take it? High Point Shifter, even less BTC available to the public, minus the holdings of whales. Totally, 100%. Scott Greenplay, good morning. Stephen, everyone, good morning to you. Axel is in the house, good morning to you. Chris Cash, morning Steve, great show as always enjoying it. I want to thank you for all your efforts so far and in possible future. Greets from Holland. Oh, brilliant. Thanks for that, Chris, really appreciate that, mate. Joe Cook, funnily enough, after watching Matic yesterday, also concluded take profits at 5%. Brilliant. I'm glad you've done that, Joe. Pump the likes, says Crypto Dread. John Noho Bear. Good morning, Steve. Thank you for all your hard work and continuity, even in this crap altcoin. It is a crap altcoin market, isn't it? Totally 100% crap altcoin market. Thanks for your input, Stephen, says Donny Don. Appreciate it. My pleasure, mate. Honest Crypto Journey is in the house. Welcome to you, buddy. Jason Clayton, holding over 50k XRP, I still believe they need to prove worth. Yeah, I think it's going to come. Well, I 100% believe it's going to come for XRP, and it's just going to explode at some point. It's a terrible market just now. In fact, we'll take a look just now at XRP. Yeesh, 2547. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's still going down. But at the same time, if you do believe in XRP and you've still not got in yet, what a price to get in it. But it could still go lower. We still have to kind of look at that. What I'd be doing now if I was going to get into it and I was going to trade it, if I was going to start trading it, I'd wait on it turning up. I'd probably look at the 2 hourly or the 1 hourly. Yeah, so there's no signs of it coming back up. There was a symmetrical triangle here, and it looked as if it was going to break out at one point up to the 4,000 level. And it did break out to 3370, and then it just came shooting back down again. That's XRP, Ethereum, BTC. What's that doing just now? Exactly the same. All the alts are, well, not all the alts. That's not true. Cardano, I couldn't believe the Cardano price as well when I seen that. 428 for Cardano. 428 Satoshi. That's mental. And again, I thought that was going to break out. It did break out from 601. I said I was going to break out, but it only broke out to 650. I said I was going to break out to 680, but it didn't do that. It only broke out to 650, and then it came back down again. Nightmare. So that's gone down just over the last 9 days. So went down 34% in Satoshi value. We're not talking dollar value. Jeez, oh man. This is just brutal. But as I said, there's still opportunities there. Win's not one of them. That's just gone up 1 Satoshi, so same as them. A couple just coming off their all-time lows. And you just have to be kind of mindful of that if you're looking to trade. But you could always trade Bitcoin as well. You can trade it short, you can trade it long. Mana as well. Ah, shit, that kind of broke out. I was going to call that this morning. And I thought, well, it's not got a history of kind of breaking out big time, so I didn't really call it that much. NXS broke out yesterday as well. Komodo. EVX I had as a flag. KNC, somebody was talking about that yesterday. KNC, it's moving up a wee bit. It could cross over in 2 hourly. Honest Crypto Journey, pouring with rain here in Edinburgh. It's pissing down. I was out jogging this morning at 5:30 this morning. It was pissing down. I got soaked this morning, but I actually recorded one of my best times as well. Even after my hamstring, I could still feel it twinging, my hamstring, but I had a day off yesterday from jogging. I'm going out running. Yes, it's only 2 miles I do in the morning. Not even that, 1.84 miles. But just, I think it was 19 minutes 11 seconds or something, so it was one of my best times. Market feels like the weather has fallen down. Yeah. This is a time where you just go, okay, I'm going to forget about the markets just now. I'm just going to walk away. Unless you're trading, if you've got in a trade, even if you're in a trade, just get out of the trade and just kind of walk away for a few days. It's coming back. It will come back. It always does. Always in cycles. And we've thought it before about the alts never coming back, and this is it, just total dying off. That's not the case. Not going to be the case. Never will be the case. Tim Gash, I topped up XRP yesterday, used half my trading profits and kept the rest in BTC. Brilliant. That's a good thing to do. I think that's good. I think that's the best thing to do there. Is top up your BTC. Always top up your BTC. I think that is going to be the store of value, and top up on your favourite alt as well. So I think that's brilliant, Tim. CryptoDread, CryptoBitLord, Twitter has a petition to Ripple for them to stop selling XRP. Yeah, we just looked at that. CryptoDread, we just seen that there. I don't agree with that at all. Do not agree with it, to be honest, with doing that. So it's just like in the stock, you wouldn't get that in the stock market, where there's a petition for Amazon to stop doing something because it's affecting the share price or something like that. I don't know. I just don't think that's right, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. It could be totally wrong. Other kind of quick news stories. Bloomberg says key Bitcoin signal flashing a buy. So the GTI Vera convergence divergence indicator, which is a bit like the MACD, suggests Bitcoin may be poised to reach new 2019 highs, reports Bloomberg. The gauge utilises typical moving average convergence divergence MACD and attempts to identify increased volatility and delete excess noise. So Bloomberg Intelligence Senior Analyst Mike McGlone says Bitcoin has shown its prowess as a digital store of value and hedge against global economic uncertainty. It's just what we were talking about earlier on in the show as well. So it seems to be that this is becoming a consensus that it is going to become a store of value in the midst of what's happening just now in the financial markets, in markets in general. Something big is going to happen. In fact, I've not looked at the stock markets. I think they were up yesterday. The world stock markets. Yeah, Dow Jones started going back up again. Dow Jones was up. S&P 500 was up as well. Nikkei 225. Yeah. Started going up as well. Look on the daily. Very choppy there. And Nifty 50. What's going on with... That's not up, that's fell 7727 all the way down to 7161. That's a big drop for the FTSE 100. 7%, that's a huge drop for them. So I'm just going to look on the 1 hour. 7604. Talking from a trading point of view, what's gold at the minute? Gold is $1,500, so it's up as well. $1,500 gold. So that is, I thought it was going to be, it is a yearly high, I think. Yeah, it is. It's more than that. It's a 5-year high, 6-year high for gold at $1,500. That kind of tells you gold is an indicator. When people start getting into gold, it's an indicator that it's starting to panic, which is an indicator that there could be another crash coming for the markets. Just one of the indicators. You have to be careful of that. Watch out for that. Tim Gash, XRP isn't for us. It's for the banks and FIs. I don't think Ripple care about what crypto BitLord thinks. No, I don't think so at all. MoneyGram, Visa is a focus totally. 100%, and that's the way it should be as well, I think. Focus on the business side of it. Don't just focus on the price. When you focus on the business kind of side of it and get the use case out there, then the business kind of takes care of itself and the price takes care of itself as well. And that's what I think anyway. Other news stories, I'm just going to, oh yeah, I've seen this tweet from Andrew Lee. The jokes around shitcoins underperforming BTC, ROI are everywhere and it's obvious consensus. However, I would not come to the conclusion too early and still keep both eyes open for protocols providing novel utility soon. A new crypto unicorn could be born in a day. And I think that is a brilliant kind of point as well. So there could be a crypto unicorn comes out, but identifying that is going to be the big thing. So I think the latest one, unicorn, we could say, if we look at Link, for example, and I know Alex will be happy about this, Link, BTC, look at the price of that. So would you call that a unicorn? Yeah, you probably would, because it was down at 1,000. We're talking, where was it? 2018. 1 year ago it was down to 2,349. It's kind of went up, shot up 1,600%. You kind of call that a unicorn in there, but it's still got use case just now and could still really kind of blow up just now as well for Link. So that could be a good one to kind of get into as well, to start building up on. I do like what they're doing, but if you think, even only, what, 30th of April, it was 8,000, went up 371%. Not if it's a unicorn, but yeah, 1,600% is probably called a unicorn. So we'll have to still look out. This is why we look for kind of hidden gems as well. If you remember, XRP was a unicorn at one point as well. May see a price reversal today of XRP BTC at 2535 to the upside. We could do, depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin does come down, then we could see a big, not a big one, but a big kind of jump for XRP. So if it does break out, we'll look at the 2-hourly chart. So it's still following this resistance line. trying to break out, but it's just not been able to manage it. Now it's kind of broke out here and was at one point using it as support, which is a good sign, which is a bullish sign for Bitcoin when it's using this kind of previous resistance as support. But you can see it's just under that again, but I still think we're going to break to the upside. And it's looking to try and do that just now. If we kind of zoom in, and just keep our eyes on that for the minute and just see what happens. But the upside could be up to $13,000. And what time are we on? 9:08. This could be, have we got, how many people we got in just now? 42 people. I didn't expect that, to be honest, because I know this always kind of happens as well. When they're kind of also way down and people are getting really despondent, that there's not as many people come on into the live as well. But we've got 42 people in just now, which is good. That's not, and hopefully, I'm just checking the lip sync was still okay. I'm sure you would have told me anyway. So let me know if there's any charts. We've got kind of 20 minutes left. Normally we'll do for an hour. So if you want me to look at anything, just let me know. I know a lot of people are feeling a wee bit kind of despondent as well, but it's going to come back. Bitcoin is here. If you still got Bitcoin, that's good. I said as well, I told you kind of about Lansdowne Hargreaves as well. If you're in the UK, you've now got the XBT. And I've transferred one of my pensions. There was a wee small pension I had, and I've transferred it over to Bitcoin. So I'm kind of protecting myself for the future as well, by buying into this XBT from Lansdowne Hargreaves. So funds, enter fund names. So we'll just have a look at that just now. It's not coming up. Shares, would it come under share? There it is. So I'm not getting paid from Lansdowne Hargreaves or anything. I'm just showing you what you can do, and this is for your SIP account as well. So I've managed to transfer a pension fund over to this SIP account and put this into it. Although it's kind of high just now, it's probably its all-time high. I'll just look at it over it actually. Well, it's not its all-time high, but it's near its kind of high as well. 10 years. Yeah, it's near its all-time high. But I do expect it to go higher. I wish I'd kind of brought it down here, but I didn't. No point in wishing for something like that when you can't go back. So if you're in the UK, I'll definitely look at that. But if you're in the kind of US or Australia or Canada, whatever country you're in, I would look at kind of companies like these that are doing kind of pension funds and see if you can get into, and I don't know if they'll have this in the other countries as well, XBT provider, and it's kind of done in Swedish krona, it is in. So, but I would look at this as well. I'm sure in America they've got more kind of companies doing this that you can put into your 401k or whatever it is, and do that and put your Bitcoin into there as well. And which means it's tax free when it comes out at the end of it. You're going to get tax free kind of lump sum, 25% tax free lump sum. So if Bitcoin was up to say £100,000, I'd get £25,000. Possibly £25,000 tax free, and then I could take out so much money for the pension as well. So 5 years time, I can take out 55. So in 5 years time, when Bitcoin's worth £100,000 or £200,000, it could be good, it could be nothing as well, but I'm not losing my shirt over it. So I'll definitely look at that for a pension. It's just money you can't touch just now. I think that's what it is. It's just money you can't touch. So look at doing that. Take a look at VET. VET, BTC. 41. Jesus. Yeah, I think VT for the long term as well is going to be a really good one as well. But for the short term, it's fallen, what, 50%? Or 33%. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so a third, it's lost a third, as have most alts though, over the last couple of weeks. Oh, it's crazy, man. Stratus. Have a look at Stratus. Strat, BTC. Same again. There's nothing at all to indicate that, oh, there's no Rio, I've never seen any of them. Even on the hourly chart, and that's a short time frame, you could have got out of Stratus at 6,000 and saved yourself 37%. Just looking at the hourly chart and kind of getting out on the crossovers, or the cross downs and the cross ups. Unbelievable. Is this the all-time low for Stratus? It is. They've had a wick there at the all-time low, but we can't really code that as a flash crash, obviously. That's incredible to see this. Crypto Don Juan is in. Good day to you. Good to see you, DJ. Could you look at Go, please, Steve? Yes. Go chain. Go BTC. 98. There's just no real signs of this abating, is there? No. All-time low as well. Now, when you get to an all-time low, we've got to remember, I used to think in the past, years ago, I used to think, well, it's all-time low, this is a brilliant time to buy, but it's not necessarily, it can go even lower. So we'll have to be really careful. Wait for the trade to come. If you're going to trade something, wait for the trade to come to you. So wait for the crossovers, or the cross up, 70 EMA crossing up over the 50 EMA, or if you're shorting, wait for the 70 EMA to cross down over the 50 EMA and short it that way. Wait for the trade coming to you. But if you're not into kind of them just now, then wait for the trade to come to you and look for the signals to get into it again. As I said, it will come back. We'll come back. You've just got to kind of be patient with this. Just don't know when. RVN due for a bounce. RVN, BTC. I think I called that last week. Yeah, because I'd looked at this, the ascending triangle. Right, I'm showing this mouse. There was an ascending triangle here, and it kind of looking to break out, but it hit the resistance line perfectly and dropped big time by 37%. So I thought it was going to break out there. It didn't actually break out, but it dropped instead. Due a break, I wouldn't say it's due a break. I don't think any of them are due a break, but I know what you mean. 3 green candles there, but there's no indications that it's going to come back up. On the hourly chart, no, there's still no indications. So in this type of market, when all the alts are down, you have to look at the smaller time frame charts. And by that I mean look at the hourly chart, the 2 hourly chart. So normally, typically I would look at the daily chart and the 4 hourly chart, but this market and the way it's changing and all the alts are down, we'll have to look at the smaller time frame charts to kind of pick up on some possible kind of risers and some gainers. What the hell? And batteries are running out in this. How's Verge looking? I haven't looked at Verge for a while. XVG BTC. 44 for Verge. Daily, it's not traded that much. Volume is low. I think it's near. It's all-time low, yeah. Back in 2017, before it jumped. So if you remember Verge, this is when John McAfee, 4,000% it went up. Remember when John McAfee tweeted about it? And guess where I sold? I sold in December 2017 millions of Verge just before John McAfee tweeted about it, and it went up 4,000%. Crazy. I remember that well. I remember that sick feeling well, because I held them for ages and I thought they were going to do really well. I think this is going up, this is going up. Donkeys I held it for ages and ages, or months and months. And then he tweeted and it just kind of rose. I'm going to laugh about it now. Still feel sick. So yeah, Verge is now looking good. I swapped mining from LTC to Verge as LTC mining has died off at the minute, I could imagine, with the halvening. Crypto Don Juan, I'm looking to short XRP if it closes on a daily under 30 cents, just a small amount with higher leverage. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities for shorting. Just now, shorting likes of Ethereum, XRP, kind of Litecoin. Cardano, I think you can still short on. I don't know if you're on BitMEX or Bybit. So I think, yeah, shorting is going to be a good way to make money as well. Chris Cash is Ontology, any time to recover. It had a nice run last week, but dropped to low again fast. It reacts as always on the Ultra recovery, I think. Yeah, Ontology, that was another one that I was kind of not shocked about, but I thought this was going to go up as well, but it didn't. 749. There's no sign of it coming back up. So it was in this kind of upward channel, and we thought it was going to bounce from. Well, I thought it was going to bounce from here, around about the 10,000 mark, and go back up to about 12,000. It didn't. It just broke that until it came down and lost a further 25-30%, 27%. Alert BTC is moving. Just have a wee look. Right, what the hell is going on with you, man? This mouse is buggered. No, it's not buggered, it's just not playing ball. Not playing mouse. Connection lost. Right, 1 wee second, because I'm stuck here. Come on. Right, connected. Right, BTC. USD. Started moving, so it's broken out. Good, thanks for that, DJ. So we're looking at this, it's broken out of the 4-hour kind of symmetrical triangle we're talking about. And it's into this new triangle, so it looks as if we're going to go for that 13,000, hopefully. We'll just keep our eyes on that just now. Yeah, it's jumping up. We'll look at the 2-hourly chart. So remember here we said it could go up to 13,000. It could go higher than that, but that would be a break there. But we'll have to just wait on it kind of breaking down as well, because it could break down as quickly as it broke up. But it's looking like it's going to break out. It has broken out, but we'll just see if it's going to be sustained or not. We can get up to that $12,000 again. Yep, going up all the time. Good. Tim Gash, fun is at 21 sats. It's a shame as a company is using it and signing clients to the platform. Yeah, fun as well. Fun BTC. Bitcoin's gone up again. 11,965. So I could see 12,000 a second. Oh, it's crazy prices, Tim. Crazy. And this is where we start looking at the altcoins that we hold and just say, is this going to survive the altcoin purge? Would fun be in there for surviving the altcoin purge? When was this? 2017, so we don't count that. April we don't count. So I don't know if fun would make it for the altcoin purge. 76%, yeah, it'd be borderline then. I need to post that link as well. I've not finished the sheet, and this is for the altcoin purge sheet. So I've got a new sheet there that I'm doing that I've never kind of transposed over. So this is the ones that are going to survive the altcoin purge or not. Find fun. It's not there. It's not even in the top 200. That's fun fair. Oh, 60 million, so that's why it's not in the top 200. So it's just outside. Don't mind me, I'm long on BTC. Excellent. John Nohobe, I'd like to apologise to everyone for my idiotic government US, which seems to be going out of its way to stifle crypto adoption. I think, who was it that was talking? Anthony Pompliano he was talking on a news channel as well, talking about kind of game theory as well. We were speaking about that yesterday in the premium group, game theory. It's an interesting topic. If you're interested in that, I'd kind of look out for it. But Anthony Pompliano was talking about the country that kind of gets into and really goes for Bitcoin in a big way and makes it kind of dominant currency. Then that's going to be one of the ones that's going to change everything. It's going to change everything for that particular country and also for everybody else getting in as well. So if, for example, I don't know, kind of Spain went for it, and they just said, okay, we're just going to adopt Bitcoin, that's going to be the currency, that's going to be the backup currency, that's going to be like the gold standard type of thing, and they start buying up Bitcoin, then you're going to see other countries following as well. Because of game theory was talking about that kind of thing, just if one person does it and there's lots of players in the market, then you're going to get other people joining them as well, and that's when Bitcoin could show up to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. So I think that's going to happen at some point. One country is going to take it. It's just going to be which country is going to go for it. My thinking could be Russia. Russia could go for it and make a big move on Bitcoin. Or China, I think, is going to be there and we're going to get left behind. America are going to be pissed off big time if that happens. So they really need to look at what's happening just now. Although I have to say, we have to kind of look at the other side of it. I know they're bringing a lot of regulations and stuff like that. And I think it's supposedly to protect, I hate doing air quotes, supposedly to protect the people, but in a way it kind of is still protecting the people because of the regulations that's coming out and the safeguards and stuff like that as well. So I understand that to a degree, but you can over-regulate it. There's a kind of case for over-regulation and you just get left behind because of your over-regulation. You've got to allow for some kind of Wild West kind of stuff to go on at first, and then that just comes into play itself with the actors who are in here, i.e. us. We will sort out the kind of bad guys from the good guys eventually ourselves. It's kind of happening just now. We're doing that just now by not trading the shit coins, and that's what's going to happen. And then the altcoin purge as well, that's going to be us. It's going to do that. It's going to be the kind of retail investors just going to say, I'm not trading that anymore. Don't believe in it. It's not got a use case. It's not got a product. It's not got a great team. CEOs with a bit of a dick. Just stuff like that. We're going to kind of govern that. That's what's going to happen. So we don't need the government to step in and over-regulate it, but we do still need them to step in as a safeguard for us as well. But I think once somebody kind of comes in and just says, okay, we're just going to adopt Bitcoin as our national currency, that's when Bitcoin explodes. And then you're going to say in 10 years time, shit, I wish that even if I had 0.01 of a Bitcoin, which is what, 100,000 Satoshi, I'd be rich. But if you've got one Bitcoin, you're going to be super rich. You're going to be in the kind of elite of people holding Bitcoin. Steve, BTC had broken up. Good call, Steve. Donny Don Matthew. Where is it just now? We'll just keep an eye on that just while we're talking. And finishing up. Oh, it's come back down again. 920. That's cool. That's cool. But it did get up to 11972. So it has broken out. And it's still going up as well. Good, good. 11970, 300 BT sell order. We'll push price down $50 in a second. Exactly, it just went down $50. You hold BTC now and none XRP. You talking to me? I don't hold any XRP just now. Sold out of XRP in the hopes to get more, to trade to get more XRP or Bitcoin and both, to be honest. I'm holding XRP and wondered if your gains over in BTC, but like you, I was worried the XRP could pop to 80 cents so fast and then be gutted that I sold. That's the situation I'm in, Chris, just now. That is it's my own fault if kind of XRP does pop and it goes up 200%, like it did back in September 2018. It's my own fault, but it's a managed risk as well. A hopefully managed risk. Here just now. Going back up again. So obviously there's a sell order in there that Chris was talking about. But it seems to be going for it again. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. I hope you have a brilliant weekend. I want to thank you for kind of watching, for kind of interacting and for kind of just chatting crypto with me. Remember, Bitcoin is going to go up big time, so my stack the kind of stats that you're going to get as well. Try and get as much Bitcoin as you can, but also there's still trading opportunities out there as well, and you can join I was going to say you can join the premium group, but you can't join it anymore. But you can get the free videos about kind of Bitcoin and trading as well. There's a link down below to get the free kind of 3 videos that you can get and sign up. On the waiting list, you'll be on the waiting list for the premium group when it comes out again, possibly in 3-4 months time, but more than likely 6 months time in 2020. But we'll kind of see what happens there. Okay, that's it for now. Have a brilliant weekend, whatever you're doing. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you again on Monday. And until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.